Hello students, in last class we already discussed about what is alternating current, what is the mean value and RMS value of alternating current. Then we already studied that when a resistor is connected with alternating source, what will be the resistance, how the current will vary with respect to the EMF, and when we will use only a circuit containing inductor and a circuit containing capacitor only, what are the current and the resistance offered by the inductor, capacitor or resistance in a circuit containing alternating EMF source. Clear? So today we are going to discuss about the average power calculation or consumption in a circuit containing a resistor only, in a circuit containing a capacitor only, and in a circuit containing an inductor only. Clear? So today we are going to discuss about the average power calculation in inductive, capacitive and resistive circuit. Before that we already discussed what are the values of current and EMF in inductive, capacitive and resistive circuits. So first of all we are going to discuss about average power in resistive circuit. Okay, resistive circuit means here is a resistance which is connected across a alternating source at any instant E equal to E naught. Sin omega t is the source and this is the value of R. If I is flowing through it, what is the value of I? We already calculated in previous class. I will be equal to I naught sin omega t, and the EMF is also equal to E naught sin omega t. So from these two equations we get that both I and E are in same phase. So as here is a resistance R, what is the power? We know power formula is I square R. We already know to calculate the power, it is equal to I square into R. So this implies for this resistive circuit, what is the value of power? Power equal to I square. That is what is the value of I square? I naught sin omega t whole square into R. So this can be written as, power can be written as dW by dt. The rate of change doing work with respect to time equal to how much? I naught square sin square omega t into R. So this can be also written as dW by dt is equal to how much? I naught square R sin square omega t. So from this we can write dW will be equal to I naught square R sin square omega t dt. So this implies total work done will be dW integration will be equal to I naught square R sin square omega t dt integrating. This is the amount of less amount of work done in time dt. So the total work done will be obtained by integrating. So this will be how much? W will be equal to I naught square into R is constant, integration of sin square omega t dt. So this implies total work done W will be equal to I naught square R. So complete work done over a complete cycle, that will be from 0 to t. Here it will be 0 to t, here it will be 0 to W. So the total work done will be obtained by integrating this equation from the complete time to average power. We are calculating the average power, that is from 0 to t. So it will be how much? I naught square into R into sin square omega t can be replaced by 1 minus cos 2 omega t divided by 2 integration from 0 to t dt. So this implies the work done will be equal to I naught square R divided by 2 into integration of 1 minus cos 2 omega t dt. Limit varies from 0 to capital T. Clear? Now we can integrate this one. So what will be the value? The total work done for a complete cycle will be I naught square R by 2 dt into 1 will be dt, integration of t will be t minus cos 2 omega t dt, it will be sin 2 omega t divided by 2 omega, and its limit varies from 0 to t. So this implies total work done will be I naught square r by 2 into t minus sin 2 into omega into t divided by 2 omega minus sin 0 will be 0. So this implies total work done will be equal to I naught square r by 2 into t minus sin 2 omega into t. Omega can be replaced by 2 pi by t. So it will be how much? Sin 2 pi by t into 2t. So t will cancel, it will be 4 pi minus 0 divided by 2 omega. So sin 4 pi is also 0. So the complete term will become how much? 0. So the total work done W will be equal to I naught square r divided by 2 into t. Clear? This is the total amount of work done in a complete cycle. So P average will be equal to how much? Total work done by total time. What is total time for a complete cycle? It's t, which is equal to I naught square r by 2. So this is the expression for what? Power average for a complete cycle in an of AC in a resistive circuit. So this can also be written as so we can write this also as this implies the power average, or we can write P, this is the symbol of average, full cycle equal to I naught by root 2 whole square into R. I naught square by 2 can be written as I naught by root 2 whole square into R, which is equal to I RMS square into R. I naught by root 2 is what? I RMS. So the power average of a resistive circuit in a complete cycle is I RMS square into R, or I naught by root 2 whole square into R. So this is the value of what? Power average in a resistive circuit over a complete cycle of AC. Clear? So now we are going to discuss about what will be the power average in a complete cycle for a capacitive circuit. So average power in a capacitive circuit. Okay. So as we know, if here is a capacitor which is connected across a alternating EMF source, which is E equal to E naught sin omega t. So as we know, the alternating source equal to E naught sin omega t. Equation 1. And for a capacitive circuit, what is the expression for alternating current? We already calculated in previous class, that is I equal to I naught cos omega t. Or this can be, or we rearrange this one as I equal to I naught sin omega t plus pi by 2. Okay, so from the, let me this equation 2, equation 1 and equation 2. So what is the average power of a capacitive circuit over a complete cycle of AC is how much? P average will be equal to total work done by total time taken. So what will be the power average? Power average will be total work done by time. So from this we can write in simply the power for a circuit which is containing a capacitor of capacitance C and have attached with a alternating EMF which is called E naught sin omega t. At any instant this will be the current and this will be the potential across the capacitive circuit. So power can be written as V into I, or potential into current. So this implies we can write dW by dt, the work done by time, will be how much? E into I. Clear? So this implies what will be dW by dt is equal to E. What is E? E naught sin omega t. What is I? I naught cos omega t. Clear? So this will be the rate of change of doing work with respect to time. dw dt equal to E naught sin omega t into E naught cos omega t. So from this we can write, this implies dw will be equal to E naught I naught sin omega t into cos omega t into dt. This is the expression for small amount of work done in time interval dt. So the total work done in a complete cycle of SC will be how much? Integrating this one from 0 to W, it will be E naught I naught sin omega t cos omega t dt, integration from 0 to t over a complete cycle. So now integrating this one, so this implies the total work on dw integration will be w equal to E naught I naught, taking out of the integration it will be 0 to t sin omega t cos omega t. We can write this as 2 into sin omega t cos omega t divided by 2 dt by multiplying and dividing 2. So this can be written as E naught I naught 2 sin omega t into cos omega t. 2 sin theta into cos theta will be sin 2 theta. So it will be sin 2 omega t. The 2 will be taking away from the integration symbol into dt. So this implies E naught by I naught into 2 sin 2 omega t dt will be how much? Minus cos 2 omega t divided by 2 omega 0 to t. So this will be E naught by I naught by 2 into what is cos 2 omega t minus cos 2 pi by t into t divided by 2 omega plus cos 0, because 0 putting t, this is the instantaneous time, by lower limit t will be cos 0. So t will cancel, cos 4 pi by 2 omega. So this will become how much? So from this we can write the total work done W equal to E naught I naught by 2 into minus cos 4 pi. Cos 4 pi is how much? 1. So minus of 1, it will be minus 1 plus cos 0 will be how much? 1. So this will become E naught I naught by 2 into 0. So 0. So total work done W equal to 0. Clear? Okay. So over a complete cycle, the total work done in a capacitive circuit is 0. So from this we can calculate the average power, as average power is so from this we can write P average equal to total work done by total time. So this implies 0 divided by t equal to 0. So the power average equal to 0 for a capacitive circuit over a complete cycle. Clear? For a resistive circuit it is I RMS square into R, but in a capacitive circuit the power average is 0 over a complete cycle. Clear? So next we will discuss what is the power average. What is the power average in a inductive circuit? So average power in a inductive circuit. So let here is a inductor which is connected with a alternating EMF E equal to E naught sin omega t, and inductance of the inductor is L. current I is flowing through it. So as we know, if E equal to E naught sin omega t be the EMF applied across the inductive circuit, then the current will be how much? Minus I naught cos omega t. We already derived this one in previous lecture. So from these two, P average will have a total work done by time, total time over a complete cycle. So this implies you can write P equal to how much? As we know, P equal to E into I. So this implies we can write dW by dt will be equal to how much? E naught sin omega t into I naught cos omega t minus, because this minus I naught cos omega t. So dW by dt will be this much. So this implies you can write dW will be equal to how much? Minus E naught I naught sin omega t into cos omega t into dt. So this will be the value of dW. So what is the total work done over a complete cycle? So now integrating this one, total work done over a complete cycle will be work done from 0 to W is equal to integration from 0 to t minus E naught I naught sin omega t cos omega t dt. So this can be written as total work done W equal to minus E naught I naught, taking out of the integration 0 to t sin omega t cos omega t dt. This can be simply integrated as minus E naught I naught, integration from 0 to t, 2 into sin omega t cos omega t divided by 2 into dt. This complete term will become how much? Sin 2 omega t. So minus E naught I naught, integration 0 to t sin 2 omega t divided by 2 dt. Clear? So now what is the integration, as you already did in case of capacitive circuit right now. So the total work done will become minus E naught I naught. This will be divided, taking 2 out of the integration. Sin 2 omega t will be minus cos 2 omega t divided by 2. So this will be minus E naught I naught by 2 into, from 0 to t will be the limit, it will be minus cos 2 omega t will be 2 into 2 pi by t into t divided by 2 plus cos 0. So this can be written as the total work done, W will be equal to minus E naught I naught divided by 2 into, this will become how much? Cos 4 pi. What is cos 4 pi? Cos 4 pi is 1 minus 1 plus cos 0 is 1 minus 1 plus 1. So this will be 0, as this tends to 0. So the complete work, total work done over a complete cycle is also 0. So this implies P average over a complete cycle for a inductive circuit is also W by T, which is equal to 0. Clear? So for inductive circuit over a complete cycle, power average is 0. For a capacitive circuit over a complete cycle, power average is 0. But for resistive circuit over a complete cycle, the power average is IRMS square into R. Clear? So we can write here that for a resistive circuit, P average over full cycle equal to I RMS square into R, or this can be written as I naught by root 2 whole square into R. P average for full cycle, this is for a capacitive circuit, equal to 0. The inductive circuit, P average over a full cycle equal to 0. So you have to remember this. Okay, for capacitive circuit and inductive circuit, the average power over a complete cycle is 0, but for resistive circuit it is IRMS square into R, and you can easily derive the or calculate the average power by integration method, or as we already know, that there is a very simple method to calculate the power average, that as we already know, for any if f of t is a function of time, then we know the average value of f of t will be equal to how much? Integration of f of t dt over certain time interval, then integration of dt, let it be 0 to t for a complete cycle, so it will become f of t dt integration from 0 to t divided by t, integration of complete. So this is equal to how much? The average of any function which is a function of time. So here we can write the function, the average value of sin theta, or simply you can write if theta is a function of time, that is sin omega t, or the average value of cos omega t. Here cos and sin are function of time, so the average value of sin omega t or cos omega t over a full cycle, that is, you have to remember this, for a full cycle is 0. Clear? The average value of sin omega t and cos omega t, or the sin function which is varies with respect to time over a full cycle is 0, and the average, you have to remember this, and the average power of value of sin square omega t or cos square omega t over a full cycle is half. Clear? You have to remember this, the average value of sin omega t or cos omega t for a full cycle is 0, and the average value for sin square omega t and cos square omega t for a full cycle is half. Clear? And this is the expression for any function which is a function of time. The average value will be this much, we already discussed this. So how to find out the average value of inductive, resistive and capacitive circuit? By this, so for a resistive circuit, as we already know, the power for a resistive circuit, P average equal to I square R, that is I naught square sin square omega t into R. So this implies P average will be I naught square R sin square omega t. So here I naught square is a constant, so for the calculation of power average we have to find out the average value of sin square omega t, because sin square omega t is a function which is varies with respect to time. So we want to calculate the resistive circuit, the power average for the resistive circuit, let it be P average for resistive circuit over a complete cycle. That's why we have to find out the average value of this much. So this will be how much? I naught square R, average value of sin square omega t over a complete cycle, that is a time period of t. So this will be how much? I naught square R, and we know the average value of sin square omega t over a full cycle is half. So the average value of this much will be 1/2. So the P average for a resistive circuit will be how much? I naught square R by 2. Clear? Similarly, what is the power average for capacitive circuit? As we know, capacitive circuit power average will be how much? E into I, that is E naught, I naught sin omega t into cos omega t. Clear? So by multiplying 2 and dividing 2, we will get how much? E naught I naught by 2 into sin 2 omega t. So what is the average value over a capacitive circuit? This term is constant, so the average value of the capacitive circuit for the power calculation will be the average value of sin 2 omega t. So what is sin 2 omega t? Here we know the sin omega t have a average value over a complete cycle is 0. So here the average value is 0. So the complete power average for capacitive circuit is 0. Similarly, for inductive circuit, this term will 0. So the average power of the inductive circuit, P of inductive circuit, is also 0, as this also depend upon the sin 2 omega t. So this way we can calculate the average power for inductive, capacitive and resistive circuit. So easily the inductive and capacitive circuit have average power 0 over a complete cycle, but the resistive circuit have certain average power, that is I RMS square into R, or I naught square by 2 into r. Clear? Okay, so or if there are any function which is varies with respect to time and it's depend upon sine or cos value, then for a over complete cycle the average value will be 0, and if it is depend upon sine square omega t or cos square omega t, for a complete cycle its average value will be half. You can remember these values for numerical solutions. Clear?